today we're going to be looking at the rainbow cube, the 14-sided rainbow cube, which will give you a top and a bottom, and then 6 sides alternating between 4 squares and 4 triangles. And this actually has no name. I did not find a manufacturer name on this. Just marketed as the rainbow cube. So I really don't know whose it is, but we're going to do a quick review on it, and we're going to cover the same categories as we did last time. That would be craftsmanship, sticker quality, difficulty, fun factor, turning, and well, that's it, and turning. And we'll grade all these on a 4-point scale before giving it a best of 5-star review at the very end. Let's see what we think. Now, the first part we're going to grade on is craftsmanship, and to be honest with you, this is not the greatest cube I've ever had. It's not the worst, and so it won't get a flimsy rating, but it is somewhat poor. Right out of the box, it was dreadful. It's worked in a little bit, and some sides turn great, but there's always a little bit of resistance. There's some hesitation. Other sides are very clicky. They get caught. Sometimes they get caught very easily as well. So while the turning here is all right, it feels very flimsy. And you do have hollow pieces, which doesn't give you a nice solid feeling that well, solid pieces would. And so in terms of craftsmanship, it doesn't quite make solid. I would give this a poor rating. Now, the next category we're going to look at is sticker quality, and some of these are quite nice. Colors like this light purple actually are pretty good. They've stuck on this cube for quite some time, and I don't really have any issues with those. Others, however, like this, you can see very clearly here that the quality of the stickers themselves is rather poor, and in many cases, like the white side, let's see, the way they were even applied is pretty poor. They go right over the edge here, and some of them, well, this one's peeling up. I'm not really surprised at that. But some of them, they kind of bleed into the other layer. So the quality of them being put on is pretty poor. I wasn't given the option to do that, but you'll see there are bubbles under these. Some are lifted up and over. These just look dreadful. Some of the darker colors are a little better, but again, you've got bubbles. I'd have to say these 3 colors are pretty decent, and a dark purple. So out of a 4-scale rating, I would say the sticker quality is, well, I guess sufficient. I've seen some that are worse. No, scratch that. I'm giving this a poor. This, in fact, of all my cubes, is pretty much the worst. So, yeah, we'll give that a poor rating. Now, difficulty is the next one, and I probably should couple this with fun factor, to be honest, because the difficulty is barely there at all. It's actually probably the easiest puzzle I own. This is, well, other than the 2x2x1, which is a joke. This one is solvable without any algorithms at all, and the difficulty itself, therefore, is very, very simple. And to spoil it for anybody who's interested, I usually solve one layer first, the white layer. I'll match up your little triangles here, and then your job is to solve this middle layer. Get a couple pieces in, and by doing that, you're done, because that's it. So the blue's already there. We'll look for some purples, toss them in, and the thing is just pretty much solves itself. While the difficulty, I would have to give it therefore a breeze. It's actually kind of fun to solve. I mean, it only takes a couple seconds realistically, but that's all right with me. I think it's a fun one. Again, I'm a school teacher, so I'm able to bring this into school and have some kids solve it. So as for difficulty, I'd said breeze. As a fun factor, it's enjoyable. It's very, very simple, but that's kind of okay. You didn't get this to be a very challenging puzzle at all, so a nice quick solve passes the time. Now here at the core, you can probably see there's a bit of a clicky mechanism. Let's see if I can get it with the light, where when the triangles hit these spots, you'll note they they kind of lock into place there. Now it's not nearly like a V-Cube 6 where you have that specific clicking nature. And sometimes you don't actually feel it. They kind of just glide through. But a lot of times you will get stuck. You'll get clicks. And that's why you'll see them right. I think you can see it there. Once you get that triangle aligned, you'll hear it lock right into place. Now turning. I'm having a hard time recreating this in a good way, but I find a lot of times when I'm trying to solve this, it catches a lot. If you could hear it, there is a little resistance. And as you saw with the clicky nature of the cube, sometimes they turn better than others. They don't really lock up too much, but you'll find they catch. And I don't know why, because it all seems aligned. But the turning today has been pretty well, decent enough. Whereas some days I find it's worse. So for turning, I would say it's a bit of a chore. It's not really the smoothest. Smooth would be reserved for the better ones. And while it's turning rather nicely now, I find during solves it's not always the best. So that's what I'm going to give it. And for the last section here, we'd have to give this an overall grade. Now, this is a 5-point scale. So would this be a 5? Absolutely not. Would it be a 1? No. I'd have to probably put this, well, I guess as a 2. Between the craftsmanship and the stickers being not very, very high, very simple puzzle to solve. While it is fun, it leaves a lot to be desired. Now, there might be other ones on the market that you might find that are better, more solid, a better representation than this one. As a whole, it's one of those things I like to have in my collection. It isn't really necessary, but it kind of looks good on the shelf if you can find a way to hide the hideous colored stickers. You know, you don't want your collection having that one stuck out or that one. But otherwise, I got it really cheap, and I kind of find it fun. However, on a 5-point scale, I would probably give this a 2 due to all the things I've said. Alright, well, thanks for watching. A nice quick review on the Rainbow Cube. I do plan on having a couple more uploads coming up in the next few months. Hopefully I can pad my collection with a couple new cubes over the Christmas holiday break. And with that would come a couple more video reviews, maybe some tutorials. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you soon. Thanks.